At some point, you'll probably have to apply the quadratic formula in a non-trivial way. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say we had the equation e to the 2t plus 3e to the t minus 7 is equal to 0. Well, let me manipulate it in the following way. It might not seem obvious why I'm manipulating it like this, but you'll see why in a second. So this is equal to e to the t squared. And the way I'm able to go from here to here, remember the exponent law, x to the a raised to the b power is equal to x to the a times b. So e to the 2t is equal to e to the t raised to the second power plus 3e to the t minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, so look at what we have here. We have a thing squared plus a constant times that same thing but not squared, plus another constant, in this case minus a constant. This, let's say we let u equal to e to the t. Check this out. If we let u equal to e to the t, this is u squared plus 3u minus 7 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. Now, can we easily factor this quadratic equation? Well, not really, because there's not really any whole number factors of negative 7 that add up to 3. The only factors of negative 7 are negative 7 times 1 and negative 1 times 7. So we can't really easily factor this, so we're going to have to use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is going to tell us that u is equal to negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 7 all over 2 times 1. And this, if we simplify this, this is going to be equal to negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus negative 28 all over 2. And 9 minus negative 28, a minus a minus of a minus is a plus. You can think of it like that. Negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 plus 28 is 37. Square root of 37 all over 2. And this is as simplified as we can get it. And so this is u. This is our u. These are the two roots of u. That is that u is equal to negative 3 plus square root of 37 over 2. And u is also equal to negative 3 minus square root of 37 over 2. So let's say that u is equal to this guy over here. Well, look at this. Negative square root of 37. Now let's just look at square root of 37. Square root of 37 is a little bit bigger than the square root of 36. And what's the square root of 36? The square root of 36 is 9. Sorry, the square root of 36 is not 9. The square root of 36 is 6. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. So this is telling us that the square root of 37 is a little bit bigger than 6. So if we say negative 3 minus 6 over 2, look at this. We have negative 3 minus 6 over 2. This is negative 9 over 2. This is approximately equal to negative 9 over 2. So this root over here, this root, is a negative root. So if we were to say that u is equal to this, then since remember, u is equal to e to the t, and so we would be saying that e to the t is equal to negative 9 over 2. Was that possible? And the answer is no. Remember, the exponential function, the graph of that exponential function looks like this. It never attains a negative value. It never attains a negative value. It gets really close to 0, but it never drops below 0. So this root, we can throw this root out because it can't possibly be, e to the t cannot possibly be a negative number. But what about this root? Well, remember, 37 is a little bit bigger than 6. So negative 3 plus something that's a little bit bigger than 6 is certainly a positive number, and a positive number divided by another positive number is certainly a positive number. So this is indeed a valid root. We can say that e to the t is equal to negative 3 plus the square root of 37 all over 2. And look at this. If we want to solve for t, then we can take the natural log of both sides. We can take the natural log of both sides. And let me remind you, if I take the natural log, if we take the natural log of e to the anything, then this is just equal to anything, that exponent. You can think of the natural log as stripping the exponent away from e. So if we said natural log of e to the 17 power, then this is just equal to 17. So natural log of e to the t power is just equal to t. And we can't really simplify this much. You could do a little bit of something, but we'll just keep it like this for now. This is probably as simplified as you can get it. So this is equal to natural log of negative 3 plus the square root of 37 over 2. And I say this is as simplified as you can get it, unless you're super, super clever. Maybe there's some clever way that could simplify this even more. But this is fine for now. So this tells us that t is equal to the natural log of negative 3 plus the square root of 37 all over 2.